Listening test instructions. The listening test is about 50 minutes. There are 6 parts in listening test. You will have about 6 minutes to listen to each passage and answer the questions. The passage will be played once.
Hey, you look concerned. What's on your mind?
The final exam. I'm not fully prepared yet.
Well, don't worry too much. You still have 3 days.
Yeah, but 3 days will fly past in a wink.
Well, you still have time to cram things in your brain anyway.
Question 1. Why is the man looked worried?
You will hear a conversation in 3 sections. You will hear each section only once. After each section, you will hear 2 or 3 questions. You will hear the questions only once. Choose the best answer to each question.
Good morning, Doctor. I'm really concerned about my cat, Luna. She's been acting really strange lately.
Good morning. I'm sorry to hear that. Can you tell me a bit more about Luna's behavior?
Sure. She's usually very active and playful, but for the past few days, she's been hiding more than usual. She's not eating as much either, and she seems more lethargic.
I see. Any other changes you've noticed?
Well, she's been grooming herself excessively, almost to the point of obsession. And she's been vocalizing more than usual, but it doesn't sound like her usual meows.
These are all signs that something might be bothering Luna. Has she had any recent changes in her environment or routine?
Not that I can think of. Everything's been pretty much the same at home.
All right, let's schedule an appointment for Luna to come in. I'll do a thorough examination to see if we can pinpoint what might be causing her behavior changes.
Which behavior of Luna does the pet owner describe as almost to the point of obsession? What is the main reason for the pet owner's concern about Luna? Which behavior of Luna's is not considered unusual, according to the conversation?
You will hear the second section of the conversation shortly.
Thank you, Doctor. I really appreciate it. I just want Luna to feel better.
Of course, that's what we're here for. During the examination, I'll check her overall health, including her weight, temperature, and any signs of pain or discomfort.
Sounds good. Do you have any idea what might be causing her symptoms?
It's hard to say without seeing her, but based on what you've described, it could be a number of things. It's possible she's experiencing some stress or anxiety, which can manifest in changes in behavior and appetite.
Stress? But what could she be stressed about?
Sometimes it's hard to pinpoint the exact cause of stress in pets. It could be something as subtle as changes in the household dynamic or even external factors like loud noises or changes in routine.
That makes sense. I'll keep an eye out for any potential triggers at home.
What does pet owner inquire about regarding Luna's stress? According to the conversation, what could be a subtle cause of stress in pets? What does the vet suggest about pinpointing stress in pets?
You will hear the third section of the conversation shortly.
What can we do to help Luna feel better?
First, let's rule out any underlying medical conditions with some blood work and possibly other diagnostic tests. Depending on the results, we may recommend some behavioral interventions, such as environmental enrichment or pheromone therapy, to help reduce her stress levels.
That sounds like a good plan. I just want to make sure Luna gets the care she needs.
Absolutely. We'll work together to come up with a treatment plan that's tailored to Luna's needs. And don't worry, we'll schedule a follow-up appointment to monitor her progress and make any necessary adjustments to her treatment.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I feel much better knowing that Luna is in good hands.
It's my pleasure. We'll do everything we can to help Luna feel like herself again.
What does the vet suggest might be recommended depending on the results of the blood work? What action does the vet promise to take regarding Luna's treatment plan?
You will hear a conversation followed by 5 questions. Listen to each question. You will hear the question only once. Choose the best answer to each question.
Sarah is a nutritionist and Mark is a fitness trainer. Good morning, Sarah. How was your weekend?
Morning, Mark. It was great. Thanks for asking. Yours?
Not bad. Caught up on some reading. So, I've been thinking about our clients and how we can help them better balance diet and exercise for optimal health.
That's been on my mind too. I've noticed some clients struggling with energy levels during workouts, and I suspect it might be related to their diets.
Definitely a possibility. Maybe we should start by emphasizing the importance of pre-workout nutrition, ensuring they have the right balance of carbohydrates and protein before exercise could make a big difference.
Agreed. Carbs for energy and protein for muscle repair and growth, right?
Exactly. And post-workout nutrition is just as crucial. Encouraging them to refuel with a mix of protein and carb within the hour can aid in recovery and muscle synthesis.
Makes sense. I'll reinforce that with them. On another note, what about hydration? I've had a few clients complaining of fatigue and headaches during workouts, which I suspect might be due to dehydration.
Hydration is key, Sarah. Remind them to drink water consistently throughout the day, not just during workouts. Electrolytes can also play a role, especially if they're sweating a lot during intense sessions.
Got it. I'll stress the importance of staying hydrated at all times. How about micronutrients? Should we suggest any specific foods or supplements to ensure they're getting enough vitamins and minerals?
Definitely. Encouraging a varied diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, will cover most bases. But for some clients, especially those with specific dietary restrictions, supplements might be necessary to fill any gaps.
Thanks, Mark. I'll make sure to incorporate all these points into my sessions with the clients. Working together like this really helps them get the best results.
Absolutely, Sarah. Collaboration is key. Let's keep supporting each other and our clients on their journey to optimal health.
What is emphasized as crucial for pre-workout nutrition? What is the purpose of consuming protein after a workout? What might be a reason for clients experiencing fatigue and headaches during workouts? What is suggested to aid in hydration during workouts? In order to fill in any nutritional shortages, who might require the use of supplements?
You will hear a conversation followed by 6 questions. Listen to each question. You will hear the question only once. Choose the best answer to each question.
Hey Michael, do you have a moment to chat about our marketing strategies for the upcoming quarter?
Of course, Mary. I've been giving it some thought, too. What are your initial ideas?
Well, I think we should capitalize on our social media presence. Our engagement has been good, but I believe we can optimize it further. What do you think?
I agree, Mary. We've seen some success there, but there's definitely room for improvement. Have you considered any specific platforms or campaigns?
Yes, I was thinking about leveraging Instagram and TikTok more. They seem to resonate well with our target demographic, especially for visual content. Plus, We could experiment with short-form videos to showcase our products.
That sounds promising. We should also revisit our email marketing strategy. Personalization and segmentation can go a long way in increasing our open and click-through rates.
Absolutely, Michael. Tailoring our messages to different customer segments could significantly boost engagement and conversions. Do you have any ideas on how we can refine our email campaigns?
I think incorporating dynamic content based on customer preferences and behaviors could be effective. Also, A/B testing subject lines and calls to action can help us optimize performance.
Great suggestions, Michael. Additionally, I think we should invest more in influencer partnerships. Collaborating with relevant influencers can help us reach new audiences authentically.
Agreed, Mary. Finding influencers who align with our brand values and have a genuine connection with their followers can yield excellent results. Have you identified any potential collaborators?
I've started compiling a list based on our target market and industry niche. We can review it together and narrow down our options to ensure we're partnering with the right influencers for our brand.
Sounds like a plan, Mary. Let's schedule a meeting later this week to go over the details and finalize our marketing strategy for the quarter.
Sounds good, Michael. Thanks for brainstorming with me. I'm excited to see how these strategies will drive our marketing efforts forward.
Likewise, Mary. I'm confident that with our combined efforts we can achieve some impressive results.
What aspect of marketing strategies are Mary and Michael discussing? What does Michael propose for refining email campaigns? What does Mary suggest investing more in? How does Michael suggest selecting influencers? What does Mary plan to do with the list of potential collaborators? Which element does Mary emphasize in improving email campaigns?
You will hear a news item once. It is about 1.5 minutes long. Then 5 questions will appear. Choose the best way to complete each statement from the drop-down menu.
In the wake of escalating global migration challenges, nations around the world are engaged in fervent debates over border security policies. The issue has gained significant traction as governments grapple with balancing humanitarian concerns, national security imperatives, and socioeconomic interests. Recent discussions have been underscored by the surge in asylum seekers, refugees, and economic migrants fleeing conflict, persecution, and poverty. This influx has placed immense strain on border security infrastructure and resources, prompting governments to reassess their approaches. In Europe, the ongoing refugee crisis continues to test the European Union's resolve to manage its external borders. Disagreements persist among member states over burden-sharing mechanisms and the handling of irregular migration flows. Meanwhile, in North America, the United States faces its own border security challenges, with debates raging over immigration reform, border wall construction, and the treatment of undocumented migrants. In Asia Pacific, countries like Australia and Japan are confronting issues related to maritime border security, particularly concerning irregular migration by sea. These nations are implementing stringent measures to deter unauthorized maritime arrivals while grappling with the humanitarian implications of such policies. The discourse on border security policies transcends regional boundaries, reflecting a broader global dilemma. Stakeholders are wrestling with complex questions surrounding human rights, sovereignty, and international cooperation. As countries navigate these complexities, there is a growing recognition of the need for comprehensive, multifaceted approaches that address both security concerns and humanitarian imperatives. Against a backdrop of heightened geopolitical tensions and socioeconomic disparities, the trajectory of border security policies remains uncertain. However, one thing is clear. The issue will continue to command attention on the international stage as governments seek sustainable solutions to manage the complexities of migration in the 21st century.
You will listen to a 2 minutes video. Then 8 questions appear. Choose the best way to answer each question.
All right, well, if you hadn't noticed, it's back to school time.
Exactly. And believe it or not, it's time to bust many gang members, too. Fox 26's Dominique Keith explains why the two go hand in hand. Hi, Dominique.
Hey, Rita and Don. Yeah, at this time of year, school staff help identify the summer gang recruits by the colors they wear, the graffiti they draw on backpacks and notebooks, and the tattoos they are marked with. But there are things parents can do before youngsters sign their souls over to the devil. For some, graffiti is art. For others, it's to mark gang territory.
I've been there.
Willie Jefferson Jr. was 16 years old when a drug dealer attempted to recruit him into a gang.
He said, "Hey, can you drop off a package?" And I said, "Well, I got to go home." He said, "Look, man, I need this package dropped off." And said, "I'll give you $100. And I thought, $100, I can get a pair of Jordans.
So did Jefferson take the bait that's dangling in front of so many kids right now? I'll get to that.
Gangs are worse than any terrorist group.
Psychotherapist Mary Jo Rapini says youngsters turn to gangs for one reason.
They have a low sense of self. They don't feel like they've been good at anything. And somehow joining a gang is very alluring because all of a sudden it helps them feel like they are somebody.
You may be surprised to hear we have hundreds of gangs in Houston.
Houston, the Tongos, Tango Blast, Bloods and Crips. There's over 250 known gangs in Houston, Harris County.
Deputy Investigator Roush with the Harris County Sheriff's Office Gang Special Unit says teachers are already on the lookout for certain markings. He says parents should be as well.
Houston members, a lot of the Tango Blast members like stuff that's associated with the Astros, with the city of Houston, skylines, area codes, zip codes. Some of the other gangs are going to use stuff like 5-pointed stars.
Rapini and Roush agree kids will find a group to join because it gives them a sense of power, belonging, and accomplishment. It's up to parents to steer them to a positive one.
Those things are only going to help that kid feel better about themselves.
Whether it's sports, whether it's band, art, music.
As for Willie Jefferson, what did he decide all those years ago?
Could have delivered that box, did the drop, made $100, and I would have made fast money. A lot of my former classmates, that's what they did do. And a lot of them now are either dead or they're incarcerated.
Jefferson, who found me on Twitter, instead has been a journalist for 15 years. He's a senior copy editor at Houston Chronicle.
And I'm just thankful and blessed for that.
If you know someone who wants to get out of a gang but doesn't know how,
you can always talk to one of us. You can call the police.
And that may sound strange, but yes, a gang member can call police to help them not only get out of the gang, but also assist them with counseling, job placement, and drug rehab. And you know, another great tool, Rita, is the website stophoustongangs.org. That website has so many things for parents. Parents can go there to see all the gang logos that they should look for. They can also go there because police will tell them exactly where kids tend to draw this graffiti. And they draw this graffiti such as on the back of the bedroom door, hoping their parents won't see it.
Wow.
They also draw it on the inside of their closet. So sometimes they try to get around parents and sneak behind their backs, but there are things parents can look for.
Exactly. This sounds like a great organization because a lot of times these kids are intimidated to come forward. So it's good to hear a police officer say, you can come to us.
Exactly. And what better place to get protection? But also Mary Jo Rapini says if parents are offering kids that protection and that sense of belonging and a sense of importance, they will never turn to gangs. So it's just that simple, Rita.
All right, Dominique, thank you.
You will hear a report once. It is about 3 minutes long. Then 6 questions will appear. Choose the best way to answer each question from the drop-down menu.
Wildlife conservation stands as a paramount endeavor in safeguarding the delicate balance of our ecosystems and preserving Earth's biodiversity. At its core, it represents our commitment to protect the irreplaceable beauty and richness of the natural world for current and future generations. However, the significance of wildlife conservation transcends mere altruism. It is an essential component of sustainable development, as healthy ecosystems provide critical services like clean air and water, pollination, and climate regulation. One cannot understate the urgency of wildlife conservation in the face of escalating threats. Habitat destruction, poaching, climate change, pollution, and invasive species relentlessly encroach upon the habitats of countless species, driving them towards extinction at an alarming rate. Each loss diminishes the intricate web of life, unraveling ecosystems and eroding the resilience of our planet. Moreover, wildlife conservation holds cultural, economic, and scientific significance. Many indigenous cultures rely on wildlife for their livelihoods and spiritual practices, making conservation efforts crucial for safeguarding cultural heritage. Economically, wildlife tourism generates substantial revenue and employment opportunities, highlighting the interconnectedness between conservation and socioeconomic prosperity. Furthermore, wildlife serves as a wellspring of knowledge, offering insights into evolution, behavior, and ecological processes that can inform fields ranging from medicine to engineering. Efforts to conserve wildlife must be multifaceted, encompassing habitat preservation, anti-poaching measures, sustainable resource management, public awareness campaigns, and international cooperation. Moreover, conservation initiatives must prioritize inclusivity, respecting the rights and knowledge of indigenous communities whose livelihoods are intertwined with wildlife.